Hey guys, it is February 11th, 2013, and today I want to do something a little bit different instead of going over the trades for today. Just so you know, we did take a couple YM trades. We missed the morning swing, so I figured today would be a good day to kind of review it. I had some problems with my platform. I had to reinstall it. You can see my charts are all different, so I haven't gotten there and changed my workspace back the way I like it. But I figured going back and reviewing the day and see what I missed would be a good opportunity to record it and show you how I go about taking my first swing of the day. I get a lot of emails on why I trade so many different instruments, and I get a lot of emails on why I'm using that Fib extension. And a lot of the price action guys are like, well, you're not really using price action. But the reality is, when you're using this Fib extension, it's just another way to visualize a second leg, I think is what a lot of people call it, or a measured move. And it just gives you a visualization of that actual event in a price action chart. And also gives you levels to look at as far as profit taking and good order entry. So anyway, so this is what I'm looking at in the morning. You can see I have the overnight is set to a different color, so I know when the market opens, I'm looking at something in that time frame. And so this is exactly what I look at in the morning. I get my Fib extension on all of my indices in the CL, and you'll notice here that the three indices, the ES, the NQ, and the YM, I have the Fib extension on to look for a short, and on the TF, I have a Fib extension on to go long. So this one is on the TF is just less defined. So since it's an oddball out here, I'm not even going to consider that as an option. So I'm only going to be looking at the three other indices and the CL, and whichever one gives me the best setup. And so let's go ahead and add the Fib extension onto the CL. So I would look something like that. And what we're going to be looking for, since the market just opened, is we're going to be looking for the price to come back to that zero level on the Fib and either test it and take an entry based on that area, or just consider that we missed it. We can see that we're getting close to that 50% mark on all of our Fib extensions. The CL is a little bit more volatile, so it doesn't mean as much as it does on the indices. So we're more inclined to be leaning towards the CL this morning based on just that variable. But let's go ahead and speed this up just a little bit, see what happens. And once the indices get to the 50 and even the 61, and it doesn't come back to an area to where I can test or enter, I would be more inclined to take something else. So we can see here, I sped that up a little bit too fast. We got a decent pullback on the NQ. That happened a little bit quick. I sped it up too fast, but I'd be looking at, here, let's actually make this more realistic. I'll put 5 on it. I'd be interested in taking a short right about there.
Order pending.
And that would be based off of these price bars here. The close of this bar here. We had this signal bar here, but it came back and pulled back up. And so we would drop an order in there. We would get our stop limit for 5 right there.
Order pending.
I'll pull that in just a little bit tighter. So that's what we're looking at on that one. The ES isn't really pulling back. We're not looking at the TF anymore. We got a decent pullback here. So we'll go ahead and drop an order. Drop an order on this. So if we come back and we test this, we'll take
Order pending. Order pending.
So that's what we're looking at there. We're also looking at the CL. Let's go ahead and play this a little bit. So we got the Fib defined on these two indices. Doesn't look like it's going to come back and take us. Let it play out. We're already getting close to that 50. This one's already at 61. So I go ahead and kill those
Order
orders.
canceled.
We missed that opportunity. Still decent on the NQ. The CL, still developing. We'd like to see it come back down and either set a new low or give us confirmation that this is the right Fib area. Okay. So let's go ahead and stop it so we can do this without getting too confused. Okay. Oops. Let's go ahead and speed this back up, get back in the game. So we readjusted the fib on the CL, and looks like we're going to have to do that again. Alright, so let's go ahead and pause this. We can see we're already hitting close to the 100, so the NQ isn't working out. We're going to go ahead and kill that order.
Order canceled.
So now the only one we have in play is the CL. So, and that's setting up nicely. We got our fib on. Now we have a bull signal bar here. We'll be looking to jump in on this. The bar is nearly closed. It's a third of the way there, 2/3 of the way there. So I'm going to be looking to drop an order on this soon. So let's go ahead and hit play. I don't like the way that's playing out. It's not doing it perfectly, so I'm going to go ahead and lower my order to 5. Make it as realistic as possible. And we're going to go ahead and drop an order right above that bar. We missed it.
Order pending.
So we got it right at the top of that bar. We only got 140 ticks
Order
to go.
filled.
We get filled. So we're going to go ahead and drop a stop order right on the other side of that 1.
Order pending.
And let's speed it up, see how it goes. So hopefully by doing this, you guys see how I come up with the swing that I do and why I take a different trade on different instruments every day. It all depends on which one is going to define the best setup. And looking at several instruments gives you more opportunities. Because if you're just looking at one instrument, then chances are you're probably only going to take 1 or 2 trades a week based on this. Looks like our fib level's holding, so that's good. One thing that you'll want to consider on this also is you have this trend line coming right through here. So if we come and get stopped out, and we're going to be looking to take a short if it holds to that trend line. And on the flip side, if it breaks that trend line, then we'll know we're on the right side of this thing. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit more. So let's go ahead and stop that. We're going to go ahead and put a sell limit
Order pending.
up here for a portion. We'll go ahead and peel 3 of those off. And you can see we got 3 peeled off there. And so we'll just go ahead and let that play out.
Order pending. Order pending. Order pending.
So this is how I would be managing this trade at this point. And I'd take the stop just a little bit further down based on these lows here. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit more. Yeah, almost 1 tick away from hitting that 2 stop, but that's why it's nice to use these other lows to define your stop. Put it 1 tick past it. A lot of times it'll respect that area.
Order filled.
Okay, Well, replay didn't do it right. I should only have 2 left on there. But anyways, let's go ahead and stop this. And basically what we're looking at now is managing this with a stop. And granted, I don't know why replay did that, but I should only have 2 left on here, and realistically, that's what
Order
that's what
pending.
it would be. But anyways, we'll go ahead and put the 4 on there. We'll put it at the 100 where our profit target was previous, and let that sucker run. And what we're looking for is for this thing to start to hesitate, and then we'll pull our stop a little tighter. And so we pull it up right underneath this bar here, because we got a little bit of hesitation there. A little bit more hesitation there. So we pull it up just a little bit further. Got another bear signal here, so we're going to go ahead and pull it up a little tighter, just underneath it. Now we're in keeping profit mode. So pull it up right underneath this bar here. Got another little bit of a pullback there, so we're going to pull it up a little bit tighter. And it looks like it's starting to go sideways. So
Order filled.
and that's a wrap. So that's basically how I would manage that trade using that first fib swing. That's how I would take that first fib swing based on how that was set up. And that's how I would decide which instrument to use. And let's see. Now, if we would have taken that trade, realistically, what would we be looking at? We'd be looking at, as you can see there, just about $6,500. So that's a decent trade. And every morning when I look at these, at least one instrument will provide an opportunity like that. Not a lot. I mean, you're not going to get runners like that every day. I mean, today was unusually good for the CL. I think it moved like 170 ticks on that one move. But that's a realistic setup. That's realistic on having at least one good opportunity to take that first swing in the morning. And usually for me, it's the NQ. NQ probably performs the best doing that. The YM is a close second, and then probably the TF, and then the CL, and then the ES is last because I watch the ES at such a high tick count. But realistically, that's what you're looking at, and that's a real possibility. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that answers a lot of your questions, and we'll see you guys back at it tomorrow. Bye.